Going to talk about five background company in our portfolio. First is Apollo Food Holding Berhad. Apollo Food Holding Berhad is founded in 1966. It actually holding company that manufactures, trade-ins and distribute compound chocolate confectionery products. It's operate through two segments, which are investment holding, manufacturing, marketing and distribution. Its primary market are in Malaysia, Asian and others country. So next is Padini Holding Sdn Bhd. It is a Malaysian-based investment holding company. It is founded in 1975. This company sells garments for both men and women. Also accessories, shoes for both men and women, maternity clothes, and for children as well, through various subsidiaries. Their products mostly exported in Southeast Asian and Middle East country. Next is Tenaga Nasional Berhad, also known as TNB. It is Malaysian multinational electricity company and is the only electricity company in Peninsular Malaysia, and also known the largest publicly listed company in Southeast Asia with ringgit Malaysia 99.3 billion assets and have more than 30,000 employees. Next is GDEC. It also known as GD Express Sdn Bhd. It was formed in 1997 to provide express delivery for both domestic delivery and international market. This company has three types of segments, which are express delivery, logistic and property investment. This company is Genting Malaysia Sdn Bhd. It is listed company in Bursa, Malaysia. It started in 1980 and operate a tourist resort business at Genting Highland, which includes amusement, gaming, hotel and entertainment. This company also operates Genting Highland Resort, where it has casinos, indoor and outdoor theme park, shopping and dining outlets, and 3 entertainment events venue.
My name is Honorable Metro number 24264. Today I'm going to introduce my company that I choose, which is Padini. Padini Holding Berhad is a Malaysian-based investment holding company. The company sells men's and women's shoes, clothing, children's clothing, maternity clothing, and associates through multiple subsidiaries. Its goods are exported to mainly the Middle East and the Southeast Asian country. The Malaysia government implement the national monetary policy by changing interest rates and adjusting the amount of currency. Official policy referred to the use of government budgets to influence economic activities. The Malaysian government tried to influence the economy by setting and changing tax, making transfer payment, and purchase goods and services to achieve macroeconomic goals, such as full employment, sustaining economic growth, and stable price level. From this chart, we can see the GDP has fallen in 2015 and 2016, but the following year there's a increase. And because of the COVID-19, the beginning of this year, there's a huge influence for CPI and unemployment rate. We can see there's a fall in April 2020, and unemployment rate increased from the beginning of this year. All of the charts and data from the annual report, we can see in 2019 there is a fall because of the old industry such as this, but the Padini still the highest profit in the old industry. The technical analysis first is MACD chart. From chart we can see there's a bearish signal line cross occur on December 21st, and the MACD histogram became negative. Next is RSI chart. As can be seen from the figure, the oversold occurred on December 11 and enter a bull market. After December 18, there was a decline, falling to between 70 and 30. Next is moving average chart. The moving average is turned and relative stable. The moving average index analysis method is a technical analysis method that combines the average price of silver over a period of time into a curve to show historical price fluctuation and future reflect the future development development trend of the price index. The loss is support and resistance. As can be seen from the figure, the support level is near 2.1 and the resistance level is near 2.92. Okay, that's all from my part.
Good morning, doctor and friends. My name is Lan Wei Ming, number matrix 262182. Today, I'm going to present about the analysis of Genting Malaysia. The first analysis is economic analysis. Every year, Genting Malaysia had to pay very high tax and license fee to the government. Starting from year 2018, the tax for casino and gambling machine increased to 35% and 30% respectively. Besides, every year, Genting Malaysia need to pay 30 million ringgit for casino license fee and 40,000 ringgit for gambling machine dealer license fee. Besides, in year 2020, COVID-19 pandemic occurred. This pandemic had given a great impact towards Genting Malaysia. Government also announced movement control order and conditional movement control order, which greatly reduced Genting Malaysia customer. This situation has influenced Genting Malaysia badly because its main income comes from tourism. The second analysis is industrial analysis. Genting Malaysia has its business in many sectors such as theme park, hospitality, gambling and properties. Besides, its business area not only just in Malaysia, they also have casino at New York, Bahamas, Egypt and US, so it is hardly to compare it with peers. Besides, Genting Malaysia can be said as monopoly in terms of gambling. Genting Malaysia is the only one that have casino license in Malaysia, and in the future, it is hardly to have the second one. The third analysis is fundamental analysis. From the figure, it shows the revenue and net income of performance for last 4 quarters. It can be seen that financial performance for Genting Malaysia is quite good for past year. However, the COVID-19 pandemic occurred in year 2020 really hit the Genting Malaysia heavily. Even though Genting Malaysia has suffered many losses in year 2020, Genting Malaysia still do not have any financial problem. It is because Genting Malaysia have many cash, which let Genting Malaysia handle the COVID-19 pandemic for a few years. In the figure, total asset of Genting Malaysia is decreasing slowly, but it's still enough for the company. Genting Malaysia is also a high dividend company. It has dividend yield about 7 to 8% every year. Even though during COVID-19 pandemic, company is still capable to maintain the stable dividend rate. The last analysis is technical analysis. The graph shown is included MACD, relative strength index, moving average, and support or resistance of Genting Malaysia. From the figure above, blue line shows MACD, red line shows the signal line, and the histogram is MACD histogram. At November 27 to December 12, and after December 20, MACD line across from above to below the signal line. The indicator is considered as bearish market. From relative strength index, it shows that at November 9 to 27 and December 12 to 19, Genting Malaysia share is oversold. From moving average, blue line above the figure shows the moving average of Genting Malaysia stock price on 10 days, while the brown line shows the moving average of Genting Malaysia stock price on 200 days. In the short term, the price of Genting Malaysia is in the uptrend. However, in the long term, the price of Genting Malaysia is in downtrend. From the figure above, it shows that the support line of Genting Malaysia is at 2 ringgit 37 cents, while the resistance line is at 2 ringgit 91 cents. When the share price breaks through 2 ringgit 91 cents, the share price will great possibility continue to decrease.
Good afternoon. My name is Sri Arna Tamilmani and my matri number is 264861. Today I will explain about Apollo Food Holding Berhad. First, I'm going to explain economy analysis of the company. Monetary policy, Bank Negara Malaysia can increase or decrease money supply as well as the interest rate. Physical policy, Bank Negara Malaysia will set physical arrangement based on various economic circumstances, whether the expansion or retreat. This is a graph of gross domestic product, consumer price index graph, unemployment rate graph. Next I will explain about the industry analysis of the company. Usually we'll talk about the SWOT, which stands for strength, weakness, opportunity and threat. Strength of the company is the firm's brand identity is the greatest asset in Malaysia and on the global market. Apollo is a repute name. Weaknesses is the employee of the company and limited to say in the company strategy making. Management does make all decisions based on what is the best for the organization rather than the employee themselves. Opportunity is a diversification into new product line and threat is exposure to the market risk. The fundamental analysis of the company consists of total asset, total liability, total equity, revenue, gross profit, operating income, net income, current ratio, quick ratio, return on equity, return on asset, net profit margin, earning per share, and dividend per share. But dividend per share is not stated in annual report of the company. Lastly is a technical analysis of the company. Moving average show on early of November it start to move upward and give better impact compared to December which moved downward. Moving average converge and diverge early of the November MACD line and signal line moved in parallel for the first week and then it started to drop. Relative strength index RSI stock are oversold condition because the price down is 25% to the certain level. Support and resistance. Support occur where the downtrend to the pause due to a contraction of the demand, while resistance occur where the uptrend is expected to the pause temporarily. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. So today I'll present for the GDEX Express company. First is economy analysis. For the Malaysia monetary policy, they're using the overnight policy rate and also open market instrument. The government Malaysia has decided to maintain the OPR in order to improve the economic activity in 2021. The policy fiscal involve the government spending and also taxation. The Malaysia government use the fiscal institutional reform and also zero-based budgeting. Next component for the economic analysis is inflation. From the graph, we can see that the consumer price has decreased by 1.7% in November. Due to the COVID-19 case has affected the consumer price in April. They also state that they had declined in the third quarter. Next is the industry analysis of company. We use the SWOT. For the competitive analysis, we have FedEx Express. Next is Post Laju. Next is DHL Express. Next is fundamental analysis. From the graph, we can see that as financial analysis of GDS. The net income has declined, but the revenue of GDS has increased. This shows that GDS has maintained the performance. Next analysis is balance sheet. From the graph, we can see that total asset of GDS has increased, as well as the liabilities increase. This GDX company is growing. Next, valuing the GDX company, which is earning per share of this company in 2020 is RM0.0032 per share, and the share price of the company is RM0.31. This shows that the stock is undervalued, where it's worthwhile to invest. So next, we'll talk about technical analysis. So moving average of the GDX stock in the early November has an uptrend, but it's moved downward and upward until the middle of December. But earlier November until the earlier December, we can see that there is an uptrend where we can assume that GDX price is increased in the long term. So the next analysis is the MACD, where MACD line and the signal line is moving parallel for the earlier November. But there's a bearish occur when the MACD line is close below the signal line. The next analysis is the relative strength index, where we can say that the stock of GDX is overbought because in the early November, the RSI above the 70. The bearish condition occur as they are peak near to the 50. The last analysis is support and resistance, where the support line of the GDX stock at RM0.41 and the resistance line at RM0.44.
I will present about Tenaga Nasional Berhad. First, economic analysis. According to the revived IMF projection, GDP growth is projected to fall in 2020. However, the fiscal deficit was lower in 2019. Inflation has stayed in 2019 and is estimated to decrease in 2020. The nation has one of the highest living standards in Southeast Asia and a relatively low rate of unemployment. TNB offers consulting service for production technology, support for water, electricity construction, and repair and maintenance services. TNB are its reliance solely on the Malaysian market and the limited return on equity due to economies of scale and reach. TNB has to compete with other major companies such as CLP Holdings Limited, Sandabi Berhad and International Power PLC. Fundamental analysis, TNB that has recorded an increase in its revenue every year shows a positive signal. Financial statement, TNB shows a healthy snapshot whereby its asset value are always higher than its liability value, which indicates the company can pay off its short-term and long-term debt with no issues. For the last technical analysis, the end of October 2020, we can see the moving average line will decrease and continue to increase from 4 November 2020 and start to fluctuate until the end of December. A possible buy signal is created when the MACD line crosses over the signal line. At the point when the MACD crosses below the signal line, at the point a possible sell signal is generated. The end of October 2020 until early of November, we can see the RSI shows that line below 40%. This will consider in oversold zone. The best signal for investor or trader tends to sell back their stock.
Hello, my name is Pooja. My metric number is 26494. Now I'm going to explain about the portfolio part. For this portfolio, we have invested 100,000 ringgit for the SPICE company to see which has the great profit and return. So this is our buying stock and this is our selling stock. We have bought around 29,300 stocks. Since the GDEX buying price is very low, we have bought around 8,700 stocks. And since the Tenaga Nasional's buying price is very high, we have bought 3,500 stocks. As for the total cost, we have around 92,033 ringgit. And for the sales value, we have 96,526 ringgit, and for the profit, we have around 4,493 ringgit, and for the gaining percentage, we have around 98.7%.
In a conclusion, based on the analysis and the data provided throughout the portfolio, we are convinced that the risk rose from all the macroeconomics or market factors can be reduced. We should always be aware potential in stock market that there is no guaranteed return on our investment. From the portfolio that we created and managed at the end of trading period, we incurred net gain of 4,493 ringgit. There are many experiences that we got from this assignment even though we just do this trading or investment in the short term. One of the main contacts is that the investment in the stock market, we can conclude that the higher the return, the greater the risk of losing money. As we can see, investing in the stock market is a time-consuming and complicated task. Even after we are looking for a stock to buy, we still have to monitor the stock price movement. The stock market are very volatile and it can result to a substantial loss of investment. Thus, in order to make sure that the risks are minimalized, study of portfolio is vital. Trading 5 stocks at one time increase the portfolio value by analyzing the performance of a good investment. This is where diversification play a major part throughout this assignment. This is because there are stocks from different country and industry, so that any one of the stocks might give the best return among them. Out of 5 stocks that we've chosen, we truly feel that the Tenaga Nasional Berhad stock is the most preferable stock to be traded, as it provides a strong return in any economic climate, and the stock price has a stable trend to lower risk due to financial stability compared to any other stock. Based on financial analysis from 2017 to 2018, the Tenaga Nasional Berhad has recorded an increase on its revenue every year, and it showed a positive signal and hit the highest revenue at 50.94 billion in 2019.
In fact, the higher the revenue helps the business to continue to expand in sales of more product and services.